Hi, my name is Toby Rowe. I work in the Sustainability Office at MUN. Hi. So we've been looking for funding for charging stations at the university. And what I'm finding is that it's always sort of a really big project. Like you need to get more than 20 chargers, or it has to be part of this whole system across the province. It seems like we've been having difficulty just trying to get some funding for a couple of chargers on campus, and I'm wondering if anyone knows of any ideas out there for us to go with. The most recent one that we thought we would be able to apply for, again, said it has to be part of a larger system. I think it was 20 or over or something, and we're talking maybe 4 or 5 if we look at the different campuses. And I'm wondering also how much effort we should put into that, because as you mentioned, most people who are driving their car from home have charged up the night before. And if they're driving to MUN, how important is it for us to have chargers on campus if they're not the fast chargers?
Being in MUN and all. So I'll take a first crack at this one, because we actually have chargers at MUN, at the Fisheries Marine Institute. And that is there because of a combination of 4 years of me pestering them, and also because we have a champion up there, which is Greg Moss, who we invited to be on this panel. He's the facilities guy at MI. And not only did he convince them to procure charging stations, he also convinced them to procure a Chevy Bolt. And the reason why was the economic case for it, because they do a lot of, there's a vehicle pool. Every university has sort of a vehicle pool. And by having chargers at work, it enabled them to get an electric vehicle as part of their vehicle fleet. And he ran the numbers on it. And he said, this makes total sense. Brought that to executive, and they just funded it. Because they said, yeah, we need to cycle in. We've got these Ford Focuses. They're always falling apart. So let's have like something that isn't going to fall apart all the time, that is going to save a lot of money going back to Holyrood and all these different places. And those vehicles, as the charging network comes in, are not going to be just for around the city. You're going to be able to do those cross-island trips with them if you need to. So that was done a different way. There was no grants or anything involved. It was literally just like, let's make this part of our regular procurement because it makes financial sense. And that would be the argument for having chargers at MUN, because you need them if you're going to have fleet vehicles. So it's not just for sort of average, like regular people to use them. It's also to enable the fleet stuff. There is a new federal government program, which I'm not sure, maybe you, Joe, know the parameters of it. Okay, we'll pass that over to you.
Just quickly on that, there's a federal program for public area chargers, and like you say, the minimum was 20 to go in. My partner in crime, John Siri, he's actually he actually has a company, and he's looking at it right now, trying to collectively put together 20 as a group, so it can be, you know, two from MUN or whatever for MUN for somewhere else, and that's going to happen this summer. So I think the deadline on that would be September 15th, maybe this year. So I don't know how the turnaround time, but I'll give you my contact information.
The other thing I would add is that level 2 charging stations are about $1,000. They're 800 to 12, depending which type you get. You can get ones that are a little bit fancier. But so if we're putting in 20, we're talking about an investment of $20,000 plus installation. So throw another 1,000 or 1,500 on each one. So we'll call it 40. And so that means you're asking the federal government for $20,000, and you're asking out of the capital budget for $20,000. So one of the problems, I think, when people think about the level 3 chargers, because that's what we're always advocating for, is those are about $100,000 each. So that's a much more significant investment to put a fast charger in. But those slower chargers that are suitable for if you're going to be parked somewhere for a few hours are very, very inexpensive. And that's why at MI, they were able to just do it as part of their capital procurement.
Yeah, right. The level 2 charge, I went home the other night, I had 10% charge left in my battery, and I went to 80% in 2 hours. Yeah. So I went home, went out again. That's level 2.